Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is a very special day. This is the first video that I'm making in hopefully a series, and I'm kind of nervous about filming it. It's not anything that I've done before, but it was something that I was really interested in trying, so this is the first one I'm doing. So I got this inspiration. Driving home every day, I would see this bird on the guardrail by a lake that I live by, and I didn't know what this bird was, and I thought it was really pretty. I loved seeing them. It was a just a small black bird, and it had like a red spot on it, and I was like, I want to know what this bird is. And so I kind of came up with the idea of doing my makeup in conjunction with an animal theme. So I would pick an animal and research it, and then come to you guys and tell you what I've learned, kind of some stuff that I didn't know that I thought was fascinating, and do a makeup look inspired by that animal. I've loved nature my entire life. I grew up playing outside. I thought Steve Irwin was going to be my husband, and that I was the lost wild thornberry. So I really love animals, nature. It's breathtakingly beautiful to watch National Geographic shows. Planet Earth is one of my favorite things to watch. But yeah, I wanted to share my love of makeup and meld it with a look inspired by that animal. It might not be an exact like translating a animal onto my face. Sometimes it might be, or it could just be taking inspiration from the colors of that animal. So I think this is most similar to Mia of Mia's Virtual Vanity. She does a lot of art-inspired makeup looks, and then she talks about a specific art theme, kind of usually going with the art piece that she chose. I know she really loves art, and I really love animals, and I just thought that this would be a good series for me to do. I already have my next animal picked. I'm really excited about this. So I'm gonna part my bangs, and we are going to get started on today's first animal. Okay, I'm back. If my voice goes in and out, I've been battling not the plague for the last week, and my voice has gone out for the last 3 days. So if it sometimes cracks, ignore it, please. I really wanted to film, and I have the time. My puppy's gone, so today is the day. If my voice cracks, just go with it. Also, I'm not really going to be talking about any products. It's going to be about the look and the animal facts that I am spewing your way. I am also by no means like any sort of scientist. Everything that I tell you guys today is based off of my own personal research that I've done for you guys, and out of my own curiosity. So if there's something that I misspeak on, feel free to correct me in a polite manner down in the comments. But yeah, I'm not saying that I am like an end-all be-all authority on anything to do with biology, or like I said, it is just what I have found in my research. So the first animal that we are going to be doing today is the one that inspired this video, the red-winged blackbird. The red-winged blackbird is the most common bird in North America. That's including Latin America, Canada, the United States, everywhere. Most common. I thought that was interesting because I had just seen them recently, and I had never seen them before. So it's nice to know that they're not endangered, and I wasn't seeing something that was just like a niche animal to my area. There's over 22 subspecies of the red-winged blackbird, and those include this guy and that guy and this guy and these guys and all these other guys. probably won't be able to tell if you are seeing a girl redwing or not, because like most females in the animal kingdom, especially birds, they look a little mundane compared to their boy counterparts. I mean, look at the peacocks, case in point. But yeah, it is a probably going to be pretty hard to notice if you are seeing a redwing blackbird, male or female, I mean. They're diurnal, which means that they are active during the daytime, and they're altricial, which means that, like us, they aren't able to take care of themselves as infants immediately right after they hatch. I'm assuming that most birds are like that. And yeah, I don't know of any bird to my nature that's immediately able to fend for themselves. The bird was discovered in 1766 by a Swedish botanist, Carlus Linnaeus, and he is known for his I believe, how we classify animals, so like the kingdom and species and how we name them, kind of how they're nested into each other. I believe that is what he is most known for contributing to his field, but that is who founded the redwing blackbird. So they prefer a waterfront property where the males usually have a territory that can have up to 15 females, and the females will make these cup-like nests out of mud and vegetation that's usually around whatever body of water they are at. Sometimes the females also have multiple males that they visit. So a guy can have those ladies in his territory, but sometimes they'll stray, and they can nest up to 3 to 7 eggs, and sometimes those eggs can be from the other guy. So out of those 3 to 7, usually about 2 or 3 of them, depending on the number, will be from another male that they're not nesting in their territory, if that makes sense. I had trouble with this word, brooding. I tried to ask a couple of guys at my work what it meant that had chickens, and they kind of gave me an unclear answer, and I did as much research as I could to try and figure out what it meant, but it has much like many English words, has a noun and a verb tense to it. And so what I understand brooding to be, in the sense where the redwing can have up to 2 broods a season, I feel like that means like numbers of eggs. So if they have one batch of eggs that is like 4, they would have another batch in the same season. So they can have up to 2 batches of eggs. I think that is what brooding stands for, or that's what brooding means. Like I said, I was very unclear, and I couldn't find a good this is what brooding means in this context sort of explanation. So from my inference, that is what it means. The redwings are considered to be a migratory bird, so they're super buff in the flying department. When they do migrate, they usually migrate in the winter to join some other groups of birds, and they kind of crash with them, and they make this kind of community that all nest together, and there could be up to a few thousand birds that nest together in this one area, and they'll fly out for food miles and miles and miles from where they're all nesting together, and then come back to that central nesting place. And I thought that was really neat, that they kind of migrate with other birds. Is interesting that they're able to work together with other birds. I would feel like it would be mostly competition. Like, I don't know, every single time I watch like a nature documentary, it's like almost always competition. Like, males of this species want to outdo males of this species for resources for their females, and that's usually just the game of nature. But yeah, when I found that out, I found it really fascinating that they migrate with other birds to a certain location, and then they all kind of collectively go out and search for food and then come back and nest together. And it's usually, I think it's for protection. They're considered active feeders instead of passive feeders, which I thought was weird because, I mean, I look at a pizza and I absorb it into my life force. So I don't know how anybody or anything is really a passive feeder. I don't know why they needed to qualify that on the website that I was looking at as a trait, because obviously everything is an active feeder, I think. Maybe I'll learn something and I'll find something that is a passive feeder. I feel like something probably on the bottom of the ocean is a passive feeder. That sounds like something the bottom of the ocean would have. They actually tend to keep a lot of insect populations in check, and weed populations as well. They eat a lot of seeds, so of the weeds. So I found that was pretty cool, because you hear about insect control, but I don't hear too much about weed control. So I thought that was cool. I found only the males are considered to be polygynous. We're gonna go with that. Polygynous. Polygynous. We're just gonna say that for ease of my mind. Yeah, I don't know why it's only the males are considered that though, because like I said before, it's not uncommon for females to stray out from the territory that they're nesting in to mate with other males of other territories and then have those eggs in the same brood that they have the male that is providing them with the territory to nest in. So I don't know why only males are considered to be poly when females also have multiple sexual partners. So I didn't really get a clear answer on why that was. If I had to guess, it's probably because the males are the ones that are providing the territory for multiple females and not the other way around. So if it was a matriarchy, like in some ape groups, I believe, or monkey groups have some matriarchies, that the female would be the one providing the territory for multiple males, then it would be the female that would be considered poly, but in this case it is the male that provides the territory and the protection for multiple females. So I believe that's the reason why they classify them as being poly and not really saying that the females also have multiple sexual partners. If I had to guess, that would be my guess. I just pinched my eye. Fun fact I found out is that they can hop backwards when they're foraging, and that is called a double scratch. It sounds like a tennis term, double scratch or something. But yeah, apparently it's uncommon for birds to be able to hop backwards, I guess. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, if you want to see them, go somewhere where there is water. That's all I've got to say on that. Their scientific name is Agelaius fennicis, and part of that name is Ikturos, which in Greek means jaundice, because of the yellow on their wing. You guys know the blackbird song? It's like 5 and 20 blackbirds baked into a pie. It's like an old English song or something. It never made any sense to me. But apparently they actually would bake real like blackbirds into a pie, obviously, hence the name of the song. And then when people immigrated to America, they started baking our blackbirds into a pie, and they're like, hold up, wait a minute, this doesn't taste right. And sure enough, they weren't actually the same species, I believe, and they ended up stopping. Do your guys' nose run when you do makeup? I would like to know why this happens. And they were like, oh, this doesn't taste like how we had it over the pond. Obviously, there's something different. And what we have come to realize is that the blackbirds, I don't believe, are the same species, and their blackbirds over there ate more fruit and are more closely related to our robins. So they started baking robins into a pie, but all that pie bird baking came to a cease in 1918, when the Migratory Bird Treaty Act came into effect. So, if you wanted to know what a blackbird from across the pond tastes like, it tastes like a robin. And if you want to know what a robin tastes like, it tastes like a blackbird across the pond. But it does not taste like a blackbird here. The males make this weird noise, and reading it sounds weird, and when I listen to it, it doesn't, to me in my ears, it doesn't sound the same. It's supposed to be this conkaree sound. Conkaree. See, that's what I would think that they would sound like, but they sound like, it doesn't, to me in my ears don't match up that noise to that call to that like word. But anytime I would like research, anytime I saw that word, I was like, I don't think that that's what they say, but okay, I am back. I have to finish filming because my puppy's coming back, and he's gonna be a lot louder than my neighbor's really loud lawnmower. So I just wanted to wrap things up. Closing things, the Redwing blackbird is not an endangered species by any means. They are the most popular bird in North America, like I said, but their population is decreasing, and that is something that we need to look out for, and we need to make sure that our local governments are doing conservation in our areas. We need to make sure our local governments are doing some conservation work in our communities and making sure that the blackbirds aren't losing their environments. Make sure that they're not losing their environments to urban development and new construction, stuff like that. So look to your local leaders in making sure that your guys' environments are taken care of. While the redwings are pretty adaptable, they do thrive in wetlands and marshes, areas near water, like I have previously mentioned. I found mine near a lake near my town. Yeah, so let's keep their population considered least concerning, which is like a ranking in the like endangered, extinct kind of thing, extinct tiers. They're of least concern. Let's keep it that way. Let's make sure that we are picking up after ourselves and making sure that, like I said, our local government is taking action towards local conservation. So everything starts at a local level, and I wanted to start this series on a local level with something that I saw on my day-to-day. Next week, I have something that is a little more worldly and wild, if you'd say. And I'm excited to do that one and do the research for that animal. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a really good time doing the research, and animals are something that mean a lot to me in my life, and the core of me, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys, and I hope you guys liked it. I'm just yeah, if you did, like, subscribe, share with your friends. I would love to get to know you guys, and I will see you guys later. Bye. If you guys liked it, I'm just yeah, if you did, like,